A lot of people believe the only path out of the middle class is landing a high-paying job, receiving a large inheritance, or getting lucky. But Warren Buffett, one of the world's wealthiest and most respected investors, shows a different path. He still lives in the modest home he purchased in 1958 for just $31,500 and often grabs breakfast at McDonald's instead of dining at fancy restaurants. Yet behind his frugal lifestyle lies one of the most powerful wealth-building strategies ever designed. The truth is, financial success isn't complicated. It's built on timeless principles that anyone, regardless of income, can practice. If you're in the middle class and want to transform your financial future, here's Warren Buffett's straightforward formula to escape. Before we dive in, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss more strategies like this. Let's get started with the first principle. Number 1, reduce your unnecessary expenses. When it comes to budgeting, Warren Buffett believes one of the simplest keys to building wealth is cutting out unnecessary expenses. But how do you know which costs are truly unnecessary? By challenging yourself to live on a tighter budget, you'll quickly discover which expenses are essential and which ones you can live without. Many people don't realize how much money slips away on things that add little value. Unused subscriptions, frequent dining out, impulse buys, or paying extra for brand names when generic alternatives work just as well. These small leaks in your budget may seem harmless, but over time they add up significantly. Buffett has always stressed the importance of being intentional with money. Cutting back on luxuries isn't about depriving yourself. It's about being mindful of what truly matters. This shift can free up thousands of dollars every year, which can then be redirected towards savings and investments. The real trap for most people is lifestyle inflation, spending more as their income grows. Buffett's approach is the opposite. Keep expenses modest and increase your savings rate. Over time, even small consistent savings can snowball into substantial wealth and ultimately lead to financial freedom. Think about this. Most people get a raise and immediately increase their spending to match. New car, bigger apartment, more expensive restaurants. Buffett? He's worth over $100 billion and still lives in the same house from 67 years ago. That's not about being cheap. That's about understanding that every dollar spent is a dollar that can't compound into $10, $100, or $1,000 over time. The principle is mathematical. Small leaks sink great ships. $100 monthly on unused subscriptions is $1,200 annually. Over 30 years invested at 8%, that's $146,000 you just threw away. Number 2, pay yourself first. Warren Buffett isn't the first to promote the idea of paying yourself first, but he's one of its strongest advocates. His approach to saving is simple yet powerful. Do not save what is left after spending, but spend what is left after saving. The logic is straightforward. If you wait until after you've spent to start saving, chances are there won't be anything left. But if you save first, you'll naturally adjust your budget to make the remaining money cover your needs. This mindset not only trims unnecessary spending, but also ensures you're consistently building savings, even with a modest income. Many people in the middle class believe they don't earn enough to save, but following Buffett's advice flips the script. By making savings the priority, you may realize you can put away far more than you thought possible. It's a small shift in thinking, but one with huge long-term impact. Saving before spending forms the foundation of financial security. And without this habit, even the smartest investment strategies will fall short. Most people approach money like this: earn, spend, maybe save if there's anything left. There never is. Buffett's approach: earn, save, spend what remains. Forced discipline creates forced wealth. The best way to implement this? Automate it. Set up automatic transfers the day after your paycheck arrives. 20% goes to savings and investments first. Then you live on the remaining 80%. You'll be shocked how quickly you adapt and how fast that 20% compounds. The principle is priority. What you do first reveals what you value most. Pay your future self first. Everyone else, landlord, credit card company, restaurants, can get what's left. Number 3, avoid consumer debt. If you manage your budget wisely and consistently spend less than you earn, you can avoid falling into consumer debt. And for Warren Buffett, that's a non-negotiable rule for getting ahead financially. Buffett once shared, "I have an American Express card which I got in 1964, but I pay cash 98% of the time." If using cash has worked for one of the world's wealthiest men, it's certainly a strategy the middle class can benefit from too. The problem with credit card balances, car loans, and high-interest personal loans is that they chain you to the past. Instead of building wealth for tomorrow, you're stuck paying for yesterday's purchases. While some debt like a mortgage or a carefully planned business loan can be useful, most consumer debt only drains your financial future. By avoiding it, you keep more of your money where it belongs, in your pocket, ready to be invested and grown. The average American carries over $6,000 in credit card debt at 22% interest. That's $1,320 annually, just in interest payments, money that builds absolutely nothing. Buffett, zero consumer debt, ever. Think about this calculation. That $6,000 in credit card debt cost you $1,320 per year. If you paid off that debt and invested that $1,320 annually for 30 years at 8%, you'd have $155,000. Consumer debt doesn't just cost you today, it steals your entire financial future. The principle is directional. Debt points your money backward. Investment points it forward. Every dollar paying interest on past consumption is a dollar not compounding into future wealth. Number 4, invest in the S&P 500. It's true that billionaire investors like Warren Buffett have an edge when it comes to spotting great investments, but that doesn't mean everyday people don't have access to powerful wealth-building tools. One of the simplest and most effective options is the S&P 500 index, which you can invest in affordably through an exchange-traded fund, or ETF. Its track record is impressive. Morningstar reports that the S&P 500 has beaten most U.S. large-cap fund managers for 14 straight years. 14 years, not 1, not 2. 14 consecutive years of outperforming the professionals. That's why Buffett often recommends that average investors simply stick to a low-cost S&P 500 index fund, advising keep buying it through thick and thin, and especially through thin. Unlike speculative bets or risky stock picking, index funds deliver steady, long-term growth with very little effort. They let you ride the success of America's biggest companies without needing deep market expertise. Over time, consistent contributions and reinvested dividends can turn small, regular investments into substantial wealth. Let's look at actual numbers. If you invest $500 monthly in an S&P 500 index fund earning the historical average of about 10% annually, here's what happens. After 10 years, $102,000. After 20 years, $380,000. After 30 years, $1.1 million. That's from just $500 per month. No special knowledge, no stock picking, no timing the market, just consistent investing in a simple index fund. Most people think they need to be financial experts to build wealth through investing. They avoid the stock market because it seems complicated or risky. Meanwhile, Buffett, literally one of the greatest investors ever, tells people to just buy the S&P 500 and hold it. The simplest strategy beats most professionals, and it's available to anyone with $100 to start. The principle is democratizing. The best investment strategy isn't complicated, it's consistent. You don't need insider knowledge. You don't need to time the market. You just need to keep buying and never sell. Number 5, live frugally, not miserably. Even after all his lessons on saving and discipline, Warren Buffett reminds us that money isn't everything. You still need to live a balanced and enjoyable life. If you're so frugal that you make yourself miserable, then what's the point? Buffett believes in focusing on long-term rewards over short-term pleasures, but he also emphasizes balance. Save for tomorrow while still enjoying today. Financial discipline should give you peace of mind, not add unnecessary stress. The true goal isn't just to accumulate wealth, it's to create a future of freedom and security without feeling like you sacrifice every joy along the way. Being intentional about spending, saving, and investing is crucial, but so is appreciating the journey. Buffett didn't become wealthy overnight, and neither will you. But by applying his formula, spend wisely, invest early, avoid debt, and think long-term, you can steadily move toward financial independence. This means, yes, invest aggressively. Yes, avoid unnecessary expenses. Yes, live below your means. But also, spend money on experiences that create memories. Invest in relationships. Enjoy hobbies that bring fulfillment. Some people take frugality too far. They refuse to spend anything on enjoyment, creating misery in pursuit of wealth they'll never enjoy. Others spend every dollar on immediate pleasure, creating temporary happiness but permanent financial stress. Buffett's approach: extreme discipline in most areas, but strategic enjoyment in what truly matters. The principle is sustainable. Deprivation leads to burnout. Balance leads to longevity. You're not building wealth to die rich. You're building wealth to live free, and that requires enjoying the journey, not just the destination. Number 6, invest in yourself. At the 2023 Berkshire Hathaway annual meeting, Warren Buffett was asked about the best investment anyone can make. His answer was simple yet powerful. The best thing you can do is to be exceptionally good at something. Whatever abilities you have can't be taken away from you. They can't be inflated away. So the best investment by far is anything that develops yourself, and it's not taxed at all. He has also told students, "I will pay you $100,000 for 10% of your earnings for the rest of your life." This highlights just how valuable your future earning potential truly is. That's why Buffett insists the greatest investment you can ever make is in yourself. Building skills, learning continuously, and improving your knowledge will always pay off more than almost any financial asset. By increasing your value in the marketplace, you open the door to higher income, greater opportunities, and a more secure financial future. What does this mean practically? Take courses, read books, develop expertise, learn new skills, get certifications, master communication, build technical knowledge. Every dollar invested in improving your capabilities has infinite ROI because your earning potential compounds over your entire career. Think about this. A $2,000 course that helps you negotiate a $10,000 annual raise pays for itself in 2 months. Then it continues paying you that extra $10,000 every year for the rest of your career. That's a 500% return in year 1. Then it keeps paying forever. Most people invest thousands in the stock market hoping for 10% annual returns. But they won't invest a few $100s in a course that could increase their income by 20% permanently. The principle is multiplicative. Your skills determine your income determines how much you can invest, your investments determine your wealth. Improve the first variable, and everything else multiplies. Number 7, think long term. One of Buffett's greatest strengths is his ability to think decades ahead. Instead of chasing quick wins or following market trends, he focuses on businesses and investments with enduring value. For him, wealth is not built on short-term speculation, but on patience and discipline. The same applies to your finances. Whether it's saving, investing, or building skills, the real rewards come with time. Compounding only works when you allow it to. By resisting the urge for instant gratification and committing to a long-term mindset, you give your money and your life the chance to grow far beyond what's possible in the short term. Buffett bought Coca-Cola stock in 1988. He still owns it today. 37 years of holding. Most investors can't hold a stock for 37 days without getting nervous and selling. This is why compound interest is called the 8th wonder of the world. $1,000 invested at 10% annual returns. After 1 year, $1,100. After 10 years, $2,594. After 30 years, $17,449. After 50 years, $117,390. Same $1,000, just more time. Most people want to get rich quick. They chase trends, gamble on crypto, day trade stocks. Buffett got rich slow. He started investing at age 11. He's 94 now. That's 83 years of compounding. The principle is exponential. Time in the market beats time in the market. Patience isn't just a virtue in wealth building, it's the entire strategy. And number 8, surround yourself with the right people. Buffett often says, it's better to hang out with people better than you. Pick out associates whose behavior is better than yours, and you'll drift in that direction. The people around you can either lift you up or hold you back. If your circle encourages overspending, debt, or risky habits, it becomes harder to stay disciplined. But if you surround yourself with those who value growth, learning, and financial responsibility, their influence will shape your decisions for the better. Wealth isn't just about numbers. It's about environment. Build the right one, and success becomes much easier to sustain. You don't consciously decide to adopt your friends' habits. You drift toward them unconsciously. Spend time with people who save, and you'll start saving. Spend time with people who invest, and you'll start investing. Spend time with people who learn constantly, and you'll become curious. The reverse is equally true. This might mean difficult decisions, spending less time with friends who pressure you to overspend, seeking out mentors who've achieved what you want, joining communities focused on growth rather than consumption. Buffett's partnership with Charlie Munger lasted over 40 years. 2 brilliant minds constantly challenging and improving each other. Your circle doesn't need to be billionaires, but it should be people who push you forward, not hold you back. The principle is environmental. You become the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Choose those 5 people wisely, because they're choosing your future for you. Begin applying these principles today, and you'll transform your financial future in the years ahead. Let's recap Warren Buffett's 8-step formula to escape the middle class. 1. Reduce unnecessary expenses. Every leak matters. 2. Pay yourself first, save before spending. 3. Avoid consumer debt, never pay interest on the past. 4. Invest in S&P 500. Simplicity beats complexity. 5. Live frugally, not miserably. Balance, create sustainability. 6. Invest in your self-skills, multiply everything else. 7. Think long-term. Patience unlocks compound growth. 8. Surround yourself with right people. Environment shapes destiny. The beautiful truth about Buffett's formula: none of it requires a high salary to start. You can cut expenses on any income. You can pay yourself first with any paycheck. You can avoid debt regardless of your situation. You can invest small amounts consistently. You can learn for free or cheap. You can think long-term starting today. You can choose better relationships immediately. Buffett himself started with nothing special. No inheritance, no connections, no high-paying job. Just timeless principles applied consistently over decades. If you found this helpful and want more practical strategies for building wealth, make sure to subscribe and keep learning with us. Which of Buffett's 8 steps will you implement first? Drop a number 1 through 8 in the comments. Don't just watch. Take action now and start moving toward your own financial success. Remember, financial freedom isn't reserved for the lucky few. It's available to anyone willing to follow proven principles consistently over time. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.